14 healthy skills to manage and reduce stress. How do you deal with your daily stress? If you just stop for a moment and feel in your body, what is it telling you about how you deal with stress? Well, the answer depends on your own coping skills. So experts categorize them in many different ways, but there's one important distinction to keep in mind. Unhealthy coping skills or habits hold you back, while healthy coping skills can reduce stress and make it easier to reach your goals. So as a bonus, having beneficial new strategies may also make it easier to break habits for things such as overspending and emotional eating. And that's because you'll experience less temptation when you have more fulfilling substitutes. So with practice, you can change the way you deal with challenges, and you can start experimenting with these ideas to see what works best for you. Healthy stress management skills you can use immediately. Regular exercise, because physical activity is one of the quickest and most effective ways to lift your mood and cope with stress, because it's not only physical, it's psychological. Get moving, get out of that space that you're in. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. For extra relief, work outside. Get some fresh air. Get some vitamin D. Invite a friend to join you. Find that sweet spot where you can start feeling the stress leave your body. And then you can also try getting creative. Making art is another way to relax and heal. There's so many things that you could do, be it writing, drawing, painting. Another one is dancing. So you using your creativity and combining it with regular exercise. The next thing is to expand your possibilities, because stress can make it difficult to think clearly. If you feel stuck, re-examine those choices that you think are presented to you. Re-examine and see what other options there are, because you can probably discover new opportunities in whatever is stressing you. The fourth thing here is to keep it simple. So while it's beneficial to understand the root causes of your behavior and habits and how you deal with stress, it's also good to take a break sometimes. Lower your self-expectations if you're wasting too much energy on insignificant issues. Deal what needs to be dealt with. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate. The next thing is to start a journal, because writing about your experiences may be very therapeutic. It is for most people. And a journal can help you spot triggers and create plans for dealing with them, especially if it's repeat stresses in your life. You can start to understand where they come from. The sixth point is limiting your screen time. Often we feel less happy after we've watched unpleasant news, or we've been on social media for a long time, and start comparing yourself to others. Just remember, what's presented on social media is not the real happenings in somebody's lives. It's a presentation of what they would like to show you. So be more selective about your use of technology. The last thing in this section is to seek temporary distractions. So while avoiding troubles can backfire, if you just say you've got bills to pay and you leave them, you're going to face consequences for those. But it may be okay to shift your attention until you're ready to attempt a solution. And the way to do this is to distract yourself with something harmless, such as listening to music for even 15, 20 minutes, to read a book. Don't seek distraction in things that cause destruction. So take time out, and when you physically feel like you're able to try and find a solution, go for it. That little break can give you a bit of a breather and space to get to the place where you can think clearly. Right, healthy coping skills that you can develop. The first one is mindfulness, because meditation and other mindfulness practices, including prayer, will strengthen your coping skills. You'll find it easier to focus on the present moment and remain calm. The second is focusing on growth, because difficult situations are easy to accept when you look on the bright side. You look at the bigger picture. Setbacks can teach you important lessons about yourself and what you really want out of life. It may also help to reframe events so you can focus on solutions Rather than dwelling on the disappointments or the challenge ahead, you're finding the answers. The third thing is risk evaluation, because unhealthy coping skills often provide temporary relief at the expense of your long-term well-being. I'll say that again. It provides temporary relief at the expense of your long-term well-being. So try slowing down and think through the consequences of your choices. The fourth thing is embracing change. It's easier to adapt when you believe that change is natural and inevitable. Start with small exercises, small changes in your life, and work your way up. Number 5, daily routine and following routines. So at the same time, you can give yourself a greater sense of security by being organized in your daily life. So establishing daily routines increases your efficiency, so you have more leeway for dealing with unexpected circumstances. So if you're very organized in your life, when a disruption comes, you won't be in panic mode because you know where everything is in your life at that moment in time. The sixth thing is personal connections. To stay connected, having family and friends you can count on makes you more resilient. So cultivate mutually supportive relationships so you can talk about sensitive issues and receive the help that you need, and also offer the help that others might need. And the last point here is considering speaking to a professional, be it a counselor, a coach, a therapist, psychologist. Your coping skills are usually the long-term product of your personal history and background. However, you can make positive changes at any stage in your life, and you can say no to the big stresses and adapt by implementing these skills, by learning these skills. And if you need more assistance, do consider working with a professional. And they often have the tools and can teach you the tools on how to deal with stress. This is very important because we're all only doing the best we can with what we have. Thank you.